going on, cocksucks? How we doing? Good afternoon, Mr. Pitt. Fuck you, Chris. Let's see what this fucking chart does. You woke up, yay! Fuck you, I've been away for 3 hours, cunt. 3.5 hours. You mean fuck you, Mr. Chris. No, I mean fuck you, Chris. Yo, Sarah's? Sam King. What I don't fucking know, dude. I can't even fucking raid. Where's Morad? Studying. Yo, Weststorm, what up? Jared, what up, man? Where's Morgan? Probably the Discord. There's no greater honor than getting roasted by Stro. This is true. What the fuck is Spy doing? I need a drink, hold on. We got the Capri Sun out, so you know it's some real shit going on out here. Yo, it's Foo Gaming. What up, man? How you doing? Dave? the tunes for a few. I've been walking the line with YouTube's copyright system relatively well, so I want to make sure I don't overstep it. Gaines taking other people's material? I hope not. Is this rally going to continue? Probably. It looks like it's going back into accumulation. I don't know. I can see it bouncing between 1720 and 1780 for the rest of the day. Which is what the fractal sniffer seems to be thinking too. Basically something like this. And it would just bounce between this channel. And then maybe tomorrow. Let's see what's, yeah, tomorrow's being Wednesday. That would be an ideal day for it to pop off again. Basically, everything we forecasted yesterday is playing out. Yes, there's the 5 minute. Just gonna bounce back and forth and then hop back up. We'll see what she does. Then you see the same thing on the 1 hour, bouncing between a channel, and then I imagine it would pop back up. And then on the 3 hour, it looks like it melts up. We'll see what she does. End of week prediction? Nothing yet. Hit the like, y'all, for our favorite Florida man. Yo, Nazar, what up, man? Oh shit, you're on? You sound kind of... No, I'm not down, I'm just relaxed. Kind of stoned. Tesla recall, self-driving apparently runs stop signs. Matt Kors better be careful. What are your recent thoughts... Or wait, no, what? What are your thoughts on recent Lou videos? His 73... mark that after this day is dangerous and other info is given. I don't know, dude. He'd everybody's like, he's entertainment only, and then everybody is also like, he knows stuff. And historically, I have never trusted a thing that he said. Everything's just entertainment to me. Looking for a Florida beach house after Moaz? Yeah, man, me too. My Florida man birthday thing was a guy tried to electrocute his pregnant girlfriend with a screen door. That does sound very Florida. What the fuck? Bar rate on GameStop at 5%. Yep. She's going up. AMC's kind of flat, but the utilization still continues to go up. Wasn't Lou committed a fraud? Yeah, exactly. It's kind of been a worrisome attribute for me. Like, if anybody ever gives the benefit of the doubt, it's me. And if anyone ever gets burned for giving the benefit of the doubt, it's me. So I'm gonna be cool with being the first one to assume the worst. What's the average days on loan for AMC shorts? Where the fuck is it? Actually, I want to see this. Security lending volume average. It dropped to 65 days. They definitely rolled it. They rolled it. Basically, you buy your shares back and then short the position again, and you return shares. And I'm guessing that's pretty much what's been going on this entire time. Yeah. Good question. Good question. We'll check out GameStops real quick. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely rolled whatever this was at the 63-day mark. Interessante. Astro, what range do you think AMC might squeeze to? Taking into account there are 500 million real shares with billions of fakes, what do you think? The only problem for me is that there is no evidence yet of synthetic shares. I believe they're there, but there is nothing that you can mathematically factor. There is no number. So you can set up boundary conditions for it or some form of constraints to set your ceiling and floor. But even with where it's at, it's what, 100 million? Yeah, 100 million. Some shares are still, from what the industry considers to be conventional. So worst case scenario, right? You still have 100 million shares that have to be covered for. So yeah, I don't know. I always wonder how people watch a video and twist words so much. What do you mean? Will this volume spike continue after today, or is today some kind of fluke? No, I think it'll continue. It's a rippling effect. It's it's really hard to explain from a basic standpoint, but the whole entire stock market is its own system. So if you have this impulse of energy take place at some part of it, it will continue to ripple throughout, but also within itself. Like, this just disrupted the entire options chain for what market makers were anticipating. Anyone, I mean funds included, you've disrupted the spot price. Thanks for the reply. Another one though, do you think a squeeze might happen earlier than end of February? I think end of February is probably the most ripe time for one of our episodic squeezes. Astro synthetic is easy. Last year, AMC traded 29 billion shares, 57% short. Yeah, but it that doesn't mean that those shares couldn't have been rolled into a synthetic instrument, but that does not mean synthetic shares. You can still use different financial instruments to still have that exposure. That does not mean that the raw equity is still marked as short. I believe there are synthetics, but for the sake of objective musings and observation, there is no evidence for it yet. It's like trying to prove that God exists or doesn't exist. That is the biggest problem that this entire saga faces, is how do you prove that? I'm not saying they don't, and in fact I'm saying I think they do, but I can't prove it. What about user of NL? Oh god. User of NLX. The user has no idea what he's talking about. We need more open interest in the options chain to get this moving. Agreed. I'm going to be making a video about why options are better in a squeeze play, but it's very dangerous to play because the value of your financial instrument that you're using to get exposure is intertwined with time. So if you don't time it right, and if you don't time the movements right, then you will fuck yourself. But as I said 6 months ago, if everybody learned how to trade options proficiently, this thing would be over in a month. The only way to know is to get all the brokers to list all the positions that everyone has and the amount of shares that they purchased. Even that doesn't work because this is where settlement times come in. You can still, on paper, show whatever it is that someone wants to see and swap that exposure with some other instrument. And then by the time that the settlement data has been provided, you swap back over to whatever was considered illegal or naked. STO/NFT dividend would prove synthetic. Yes. Yes. With all the fuckery, do they even hedge like they're supposed to on options? Yeah, of course they do. Where the hell did everyone go? What do you mean? Can you explain the difference between annual interest and daily fee? Everyone keeps calling the 0.7% the annual interest, even though it's the daily fee. It's a daily fee, and then they'll annualize it. It's still a form of interest. It's like paying interest on a credit card. They'll give you an APR, right? But you divide that by 12, and that'll be your monthly payment, and it also has interest to it. About 20 shares today? Good shit. I just bought another 100. There used to be thousands of apes in here, and today on a huge day, there's only 400 in here. Just because I haven't been streaming as much as I used to. When MILF? But it's daily compound, everyone keeps calculating it at an annual rate. You're treating the same equation with two different intervals. That's all people are doing. Only real apes follow the Stro man. Do you still have the pink roller skate? Oh yeah. I was thinking about putting it in like a fucking, what do you call it? Not a frame, but a like glass box as a joke. It's all good that people aren't sitting watching the line all day like we were this summer. Yeah, I mean, it was like, as the research kicks back up, like I got a big event for the community that'll be announcing really, really soon. Like the whole fractal concept took place there. That's where some of the biggest points of maturity for that theory took place. Also, I've been away for a few weeks just letting AMC do her thing and making some money on the side to buy more time just like them. Exactly. I mean, everybody needed a break. That is without question, myself included. I would pull 24-hour streams at least 3 times a week. That was so like degenerative for me. I loved it. It was a lot of fun, but I was really not doing well. Yeah, Ballad disagreed. Hopefully, if you're holding, you sold cover calls all summer. Nah. No. I think it's a good idea to sell covered calls, and some idiot is going to say, well, that means you're shorting the stock. No, you're not. Like, I wish I told people to buy puts. I wish I told people to buy puts. You have any idea how much sanity people would have having puts in this? If you know that you can't control the stock, and at some point it will explode, if you can't control it, then if you can learn to play both sides of it without giving up the equity and instead use derivatives for your exposure, then you're ultimately not affecting the underlying, and you're still giving yourself some sanity and some money to buy more if that's what you want to do. The streams with the sleeping on the... We're going to do those again soon, actually. It amazed me how many people gave me shit for that, despite it being one of the funniest things that's ever happened. Like, that's pure Twitch TV energy right there. Jay Allen gets it. What's up, Doc? How you doing, Jack? Yeah, sure. With the price falling the last couple of weeks and retail earning around 90%, isn't that proof? No. It comes down to the spread between the bid and the ask. If the demand on the bid side and the ask side are the same, then all it takes is an infinitesimal amount of shorting on the sell side to push it down. You literally have to think of it as like two opposing objects with equal force going at each other. And then selling short is supplying more pressure over here, right? So if you still have a static amount of force coming from the long side, then if the short side has just a micro fucking newton of extra energy to it or force, then it would push the price down. And until the buy side reacts, then there's nothing that you can do. And this is where order flow becomes a very important subject. $178 Monte Carlo very soon. Thoughts on issuing more shares? Yes, solution sucks, but zero doubt the dividend or zero debt with a dividend is priceless. There's no need to dilute because you have an STO based instrument ready to go, but the CEO refuses to use it, which just got SEC approval 2 days ago, or yesterday, actually. Hello from New Zealand, Astro. Been holding since June, not leaving. My fucking man. I'd be trading by the minute with this algo. Pretty crazy, isn't it? What amazes me is that no one has been talking about this. I fucking wrote this. No one talks about it. To a Matt Kors impression? Oh, fuck. Later. I gotta think on that one. I don't think I've actually ever done a Matt Kors impression. Thank you. TMI is cool. I like TMI. No, we don't need any rants while we're up. Yeah, Ricky, thank you. My moon gang. Can you check CEI? I don't even know what the fuck. What are they? Energy? I don't know. You got a triple bottom, quadruple bottom. Looks like mass accumulation. No clue. No fucking clue. It could pop back up. It looks like it's testing a bottom, but I don't know. Not my thing. What do you think about DraftKings? I like them fundamentally. I found Astro because he went on TMI, and never have I been the same again. That was a good time. Yo, Soda Man, what up? I eat ass. That's all I got. Have a great day, everybody. Salute. Leon, not that I know of. I don't think I've dug into that. I miss him screaming, fuck! That's all right. Basically, the only thing that's been stopping our runs has been SPY shitting itself. That's what happened yesterday. We need a Comic-Con style event for retail traders. It would be biblical. Nah, it'd just be a bunch of fucking crypto bros trying to sell you a shit coin. Astro, you cocksucker. Say me. Wait, what? Say me if you think we'll still be in this 15 to 20 range for the next 2 weeks. What? Nothing stops my runs, not even a screen window. And asking how your trades are going. We need Morgan at least once during chat. Agreed. How much longer are people realistically going to stay into AMC? And please don't give me a Star Activates answer. I don't know, dude. This whole entire thing has become personal for people. You tell me. You tell me how long you're willing to hold a grudge. Hey, Thunder, what up? Yeah, looks like chat just answered you. Shorts equal volunteer cucklords. Yo, Daniel, thank you, man. Thank you. I'm going to be working on it some more tonight. Have you heard from Bam recently? It seems he's gone radio silent. I think he's just been dealing with some personal stuff. I'll give him a call later. Oh, fuck, I've got Stockholm syndrome. Got a break point in mind? What do you mean? I'm at the wheat shop right now. I said we green today. True. Why the fuck am I being tagged in this? Like, why are people still fucking bitching about predictions? If you don't have the emotional fortitude to have a prediction by some long-haired prick wearing a "fuck you, you fucking fuck" t-shirt going awry, and yet you're in the stock market, which you have to be at least 18 years old to be in, then you've proven to me that you don't have the emotional fortitude of even an 18-year-old. On top of that, you'll then scream to Twitter about your convictions and fucking confine yourselves in these echo chamber space calls and discords about, oh, it's gonna be fine. Oh, I know it. Oh, Lordy, I feel it. Hallelujah. Oh, no predictions. Oh, shit, prediction. What the fuck are you doing in the stock market then? What the fuck are you doing? And then I'll give him that, but on those live streams, some of the stuff they... Wait, what? What? But on those live streams, some of the stuff is mine they use, winky face. I didn't know public information has become quasi-trademarked on your behalf. This was the same fucking idiot who tried saying that selling covered calls means shorting the stock.
And I'm not going to say who it is because I didn't tell him I was going to do it. But he is the smartest person I know when it comes to the stock market stuff. So
I'm pretty sure the person he's talking about, he also had tagged in our debate on Twitter, and the person in question confirmed what I was saying of selling a covered call is not shorting. That's why it's called a covered call. You've covered your short exposure with 100 shares of the underlying. Because that's how logic works. And the fact you kept the video up is very disturbing, because that means you're okay with spreading disinformation. That's amazing. Fucking idiot. Those are the same people thinking buying puts is shorting a stock. Exactly. In fact, the same people who cry about Max Payne, if they could put two and two together, would realize if you had a bunch of puts saturating part of the gradient and the derivatives curve, that then the options makers, the market makers, would push the price away from that, meaning it would go up. Jesus fuck. Third Point hedge fund is down 10% in January from Whaley. Hey. Just the fact that you own shares is a form of prediction. Agreed, actually. What's the difference if someone puts a number out there? None. If you buy a stock, you predict it's going up. People are just ignorant. That's a great point. I'm going to screenshot that. Excellent observation. Hey, Wired. Now you know how it feels not being listened to. Yeah. I swear this is just a giant social experiment. Like, it's part of a greater plan, a greater scheme to move money around. But I think huge funds and huge groups of elitists are scouting for people because they know that their time is going to be up soon and they need someone to fill in their gap. Yeah, psyop, yeah. You can lead a donkey to water, but you can't make it swim. I love that. I'm screenshotting that too. Good spin. Good spin. Jimmy should fill Amy's gap. Agreed. I'd let Astro fill my gap, of course. You fucking wannabe rock star. Fuck. Good to see you. What up, Andy? When Astro joined Illuminati. There should be a salary cap on people. See, I've thought about this a lot. I think the whole entire world is actually beginning to transition into a terrain for universal basic income. And I think that the disparity between the lower, middle, and upper class is going to be widened more than ever before. You have so much of labor becoming automated, and on top of that, with what COVID did, it was kind of like a beta test that gave them the alibi to deploy what do you call it? Just beta technology. Like, I go into gas stations now, and if I go and grab like cigarettes or something, there's a kiosk waiting for me. It's like at Walmart where you can self-check out. So then you look at like what McDonald's is doing with how their whole entire kitchen operations go about. They're automating the hell out of that. And just those two things right there alone, you have convenience and convenience/food being completely automated. And I'm sure it's ready to go at any point in time. But these corporations are aware of just how much that would fuck up everything. Let's see if Spy's shitting itself. Looks like it is. Cool. Like I said earlier, the only thing that is fucking up our runs are the major indices. Oh, LAZR, by the way, I've been making a killing on, and I'm seeing a lot of bullish flow from Unusual Whales. Yeah. So if you want to hop in on this, not financial advice ever, but this is something I've been eyeballing. That's a cock and ball. Spy and Jimmy have the same candle? Probably. It gets crazier than that. The reason there is a push for natural/electric, or natural electric, is because eventually robots can run and harvest wind and solar power. Yeah. XCLA. The fuck? Alrighty, don't mind if I do. And they have options. Let the degeneracy begin. Yo, Illuminat, thank you. How's your algo coming along? Really well. The only problem I have right now is moving the baseline around, because whenever there's a time frame divergence, so like I can track on the 1 minute almost to the T. The only problem is that if the time frame that whatever algorithm's being utilized by market makers at play switches what time frame it's prioritizing, I have to manually change my time frame and or zoom out to scale for it. Yo, Samad, what up? Eventually, AI robots will repair themselves. Qualified techs will become less and less needed. I think that's really far down the line. relative to whatever the rate of advancement AI goes through. But yeah, I mean, I think there's going to be a massive pushback on AI before it really takes off. I think we'll have like a renaissance of convenience, and then after the economy realizes that massive shift, as well as socially, I think there'll be a lot of pushback on AI. And then there'll be a recuperation period for it, and then eventually it'll take over. All right, first comment on Twitch, usually the one that gets noticed. What to say, fuck. That tat is looking good, my man, but stop getting swollen, ruin it. I see them arms. I've been putting on a lot of weight. I gotta get back to the gym, but yeah, this is by far my favorite piece. There. I have a little bit of narcissism real quick. It's about done healing. This is scabbed up still a little bit. But this is pretty much good to go. And then I've had the playing cards for about a year now. And then this. I don't know what to do with this arm yet. So I feel like with this, it kind of disrupts whatever style I would go for. Okay, I'm gonna go make Stinky real quick. BRB. Mission accomplished. I just realized you can really hear the AC. Oops. Is this okay? Like, can you... I know you can probably still hear the AC. Ain't bad? Okay. What for to do? Brother. Oh, I want to pull this up, actually. I love this header. This picture, just in general. That was a meth head shit. That's what my husband tells me when I've been under 5. No, just because I've been holding it in for a while. Your hands aren't wet. No, I'm training my immune system. This right here. So basically this... Where do you even start? So this chart goes back about 5 years. And it just shows holdings, net holdings between long and short. And right now, we're at a record net long and record net short. So here's what's going to happen. One of these is going to fucking shit the bed. If the longs shit the bed, that means the market's going down. If the shorts shit the bed, that means the market's going to go fucking crazy. And hyperinflation will be solidified in the course of history. The only thing I have to say, somebody from this had mentioned that whenever you see an outlier of long positions, it's typically going to shift to the downside. How do I eloquently explain this? It comes down to how it's stair steps or staircases up, elevators down, right? So when you have this duality of record taking net long and net short, typically you're going to see the net long fall first because everybody's ready to rush out the door more than they are to buy back in. So very, 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 very interesting to see. You ever shit the bed then gator roll? Nah, I prefer to shit in the shower and then waffle stomp it. And that's how MOAS happens. Astro, you said an episodic squeeze by the end of Feb. Will this then lead to MOAS, in your opinion? Potentially, yeah. Episodic has been the new word I've been using. Watch that enter into the nomenclature of our zeitgeist. Episodic. That word will become more prevalent. It's going to sound really weird, but I pay attention to who I learn words from. I was just thinking about this last night. And I pay attention to who picks up on words. And just certain vocabularic motifs. I don't think vocabularic is a word, is it? Why is vocabulary... It is. Yeah. Why is it not, like, officially recognized? That's interesting. I also have a second channel that I started. No, it's Sam's Illusions. I need to link this. These are more like personal videos, just kind of like it's literally like a video diary. As fucking gay as that sounds. For only 99 cents a month, you too can learn large words. Off topic, but do you code often? Any advice for beginners? Yeah, I'm actually going to be making videos about that relatively soon on the second channel. As far as advice goes, just really take the time to understand understand like the shell of what you're doing. As in, let me see if I can find like an old code file that I can go over real quick. Like the thing that took me a while to learn, and I think it was just because of how young I was. The thing that took me a while was understanding how to logically articulate logic. I'm halfway through my semester. I'm learning Python right now. Oh, Python's great. Python's great. Astro's turning into a real professor before our very eyes. Yeah. But the oh, here's the time frame divergence that I was talking about, by the way. This right here. So it fell out of sync. This is because SPY shit itself. So now you see a rotation of agenda, basically. Also, Wired is a great coder. You should chat with him. Python or Java? Probably Python. I feel like Java is becoming antiquated. Fuck you, Goose! Java's good if you want some exposure to how, like, the syntax of C and, or not C, C++ and C#. But do not confuse Java and JavaScript in being the same. Ham is to Hamlet as Java is to JavaScript. I can't remember the comp sci professor who said that, but I will never forget that. So anyhow, the thing that I needed to learn, or the thing that would have helped me had I learned it sooner, had nothing to do with coding. It was just how do you eloquently, how do you architect your logic, right? Like how do you fuck off? What's SPY doing? Yeah, there goes SPY. I might buy puts real quick. The challenge that I faced was, how do I take an idea, like, fuck, this is way too general. Let me just see if I can find a file and hopefully not breach any NDAs. Yeah, SPY is shitting itself. We'll do the 5 minute. I'm gonna see if I can find a file. I guess like the staples of object-oriented programming, which has kind of become a meme. Oh, and I'll link my GitHub real quick too. When you say logic, you mean like the if/else statements, sorta. Wired, maybe we'll hop into a Discord call in a second. And this actually attributed a lot to me understanding the market. It's so hard to articulate what I'm talking about. Sorry, give me 1 second. Fuck, I made a sentiment analyzer. Do I have that up here? I didn't realize how much I could sell this for. Like, I made one of these, So I tweeted a couple days ago that I had a crypto sentiment analyzer that I made back in 2017. That was kind of like basic bitch shit. But last February... I made a full-on, like, dashboard. Fuck, where would that be? Is this it? Oh, this might be it. Please tell me this is it. I think this is it. Shit. Fuck off. You can see how atrocious my commit comments are. I wonder if I can clone this. This was in Laravel. This is full on PHP. I had set this to SNDL as a default. Yeah, I was capturing live Google Trend points. Someone just bought 19,000 AMC calls at an 18.5 strike for this week. I'm gonna load up on that. I just got the UnusualWhales alert. 18.5 is the strike for this week. Not financial advice. Okay, sorry. This is taking me forever to answer. Is the person... is anybody here still interested in me answering this? Is the person that asked that still here? Look where this landed. Let's see if this actually comes to fruition. Yes? Okay. So, this is AMC. I'll put up GameStop. Okay, AMC and then GameStop right here. Is Wired in here? So, like, this was a project that I made. last year. This was before I even knew what UnusualWhales was. This was right as I was really getting into the whole market. And what I was doing was pulling data points for sentiment analysis from Discords, from Twitter, Reddit, stock twits, and there's one more in there. Oh, Google. I was using Google's search trends or keywords or something like that. But I was pulling live data about what people were interested in. And I had a dashboard that I'm going to try to find the screenshots of. I had a dashboard that I made where there were up to 8 different charts, not for price, but for sentiment across each of these communication avenues. I really want to find a screenshot. I don't know where I would have put it, though. Fuck. So this was the repo, though. Wait, how did you pull live data? Yeah, it was an API. I had tons of different scraping threads. So, like, Reddit, Discord, all these different communication avenues each had its own set of workers, is what I called them, that would constantly prune for new tickers or dig into new data about existing tickers. So, like, I'm trying to think of where I would have held the logic for that. Yeah, here were like the boilerplate ones that I was pulling from. Let's make sure I don't have anything sensitive in this shit. Oh yeah, so like here is just some basic logic or notes, I guess. So like here's a screener that I was pulling data from, a stats library. I wanted to compare nomenclature between buying and selling for each symbol and then see which is predominant. So I had Reddit, Discord, Google Trends, Twitter, Furu's, market data, options, inflation, like calls. Oh yeah, I was tracking the options chain too. I was seeing if there was any disparity between call prices. If thread or X is quote unquote hot or trending, reduce the threshold on cooldown instead of scope query, maybe scale with rating. Yeah. I think we're going to see a big move either going into power hour or tomorrow. Sound has some fuzz in it, but not the popo. Now just because I have the air conditioner running. Where? Oh, I know where. I know where. I know where. So here I was pulling from FinViz. Let's see, I'm starting a new client. Oh yeah, so I was pulling from, I had a database table for each ticker that I was tracking, and then I would just see if it was active or not, like if I wanted to pull data from it. And then for each one of them, so for each ticker, I would then iterate over it and see what the price was. I think somewhere in here I pulled short interest as well. But this was just to update what was going on. That's pretty basic. But then here's like, yeah. So here's like this was at the top of the logic tree. I would start a new worker thread to pull data from Reddit. Can I go to this? Evidently not. I think this is behind. Oh yeah, here we go. So this was a command that would run every 5 minutes, I think. Scoring window every 2 minutes. Add up the score of the most recent aggregations. So I would check for the volume of tweets and Reddit posts. Then each of these will have a residual score. If the residual score is greater than the threshold sound. Yeah, so this is basically a MACD is what this is. Believe it or not. Because all a MACD does is tracks different windows of moving averages. So you have your short-term and your long-term. And if your short-term demand exceeds your long-term demand, then that means that the price is going up or should go up because there's something new in the system that is pushing immediate urgency versus long-term urgency. That's pretty neat to connect the dots like that now. So that's all this was doing. I would take a residual score, which is your longer time frame, and then check to see on each new refresh if the new refresh exceeded the score of the longer term. Oh, and I had an integration as well to, I found a Robinhood library that I was using to automatically buy calls on anything that started trending. So I would go through each ticker and then see if there was a sync event ready to be done on Google Trends. So there was a threshold as to how much I could hit Google Trends API. I think it was every 15 minutes. So if this was marked as syncable, then it would sync up with Google's data for each ticker. It would log it, and then for each term, for each ticker, I would have 4 different searches that went out. So buy, and then the ticker, so buy AMC, sell, ticker, AMC, or whatever it is, and then hold. So I had 3 different ratings here, kind of like a KPI, like a key performance, not index, is it? Or a KPM, key performance metric. And then I would randomly sleep here. I think this was bug testing. And then I would analyze all the data. This basically looks like set it up for a queue to be analyzed. Indicator, yeah, okay. KPMs, I think that's what I called them at my first job. But yeah, KPI, yeah. So I would take the data from Google, I would take that response, and then put it in another database table to later be analyzed, because I was trying to compartmentalize everything here. Yes, I'm taking all the notes right now. Well, to go back to what you were, I think it was you, Thunder, whoever it was, who was asking about that spider. If I could go back and tell myself something to speed up my learning. Right, yeah. Yeah, it's very descriptive variable names. But if I could tell myself something, it would go along the lines of this as being the example. Yo, donut, fuck you. Thanks for your money, bitch. If I could go back and tell myself something, it'd be along the lines of this, where you compartmentalize logic, and then you recognize this compartmentalizing as its own system, and then try to compartmentalize that as well. Does that sort of make sense? Like, you need to have, it's kind of like the concept of inheritance within object-oriented programming, but across every layer possible, where you want to have this interchangeable, ubiquitous logic set. That doesn't mean literally like certain lines of code, but as a way of thinking, right? And when I had realized this as a kid, this changed my whole life, but realizing that if you can find these ubiquitous golden rules of logic that apply anywhere, that's the best thing you can do. And it wasn't so much of, this is where a duality comes in, is I wanted to carry this idea, this principle, of having ubiquitous rules of logic that you can apply to anything, like math, for example. Like, no matter where you're at, who you're talking to, or what you're working on, 2 + 2 will always equal 4. You take that idea, and you can interchange the 2 + 2 idea with something that you are wondering is a ubiquitous rule of logic. If you find yourself in a situation where 2 plus 2 doesn't equal 4, based on the situation you're in, yet you know, axiomatically, unequivocally, period, 2 plus 2 equals 4, then it's not that your arithmetic or that your tested rule of ubiquitous logic is wrong. It's that the situation is wrong. Does that make sense? So my whole life, after I started to piece this together, that's when things really turned around for me. I mean, across the board, not just with coding. But that's, if you can apply that to this with it's plug and play, like it's interchangeable. If you can apply that concept to this, and more importantly, even your own life, everything changes. That if I could make that more concise and understandable, that's what I would tell myself as a kid. That's what'll help you. Learn how to do that with code now. When did you start coding? Around 12. What's even weirder is that, like, as you connect the dots more and more with like this concept of ubiquitous logic, I forget who it was. It was Boom Boom. Boom Boom yesterday sent me a link about matrix trading. I should get my drawing thing, but I have no idea where it is. Goose! Yes! Can you get my drawing thing?
What?
My drawing pad. You know where that went? It's like looks like an iPad without a screen.
I got practice, by the way.
I might just have to buy another one. I have no idea where it went. I got your breakfast right there. Okay, my friends.
Thank you.
Fuck you, comrade. Okay. Okay, my friends. So like with matrix trading though, Boom Boom brought this up yesterday. If you take like a fixed income instrument where the spot price is defined at here, you'll then have your current period of trading abide relative to this, right? And then everything in between is up to the market. But the spot price is anticipated to be at this point. If you expand this current time frame and you find that it deviates and steps outside of the window of possibility for the spot price to take place, you can actually leverage this. So this bottoming, this is very general, by the way. This is not to scale, FYI. So if you take the current period of trading, right, your spot price, your future is defined here. But based on this, you have a window of, you have your boundary conditions. In the event that your micro time frame falls out of line of what the future permits, and this is where like options and all that come into play. With matrix trading, you can actually leverage this either in the present or in the micro sense. So, you know, say this is 1 month out, right? You know, you could leverage this for 1 week. Or you can actually step behind it or in front of it. It's all relative. You can then leverage the rippling of your micro time frame relative to the macro, because your macro places you at x2 or y2 technically. X2, y2. Yes, that. And then do you know where the pen is to it? It looks like a stylus. It is a stylus. But then with, you have your x2, y2. I need to close this. This coordinate, right? Your x being time, your y being price. You have a set of conditions, a certain range of price, a rate of change, aka slope, that everything preceding this spot price allows for. Did you find it? I love you. Thank you. There's a lot of big words and stupid terms, but just bear with me. This is why like yield curves and shit become important. And you also see this in the options chain. The options chain is just synthetic futures. For anyone that isn't aware of that. It took me a while to realize it. So you then have your current trading, which I've expanded to this window here, right? This blue dotted line is your boundary condition that leads to the future. Anytime that you step out of it, you're in contango, I believe is the term. And anytime you're above it is backwardation. I might have those flip-flopped, but regardless, look into those. But you can leverage this because this underperformance will ripple into the future like a wave. And so you can anticipate where the valleys and the peaks will occur, with this being one of those compositional forces. So the point of this is, I already knew what this was. I just didn't even know the name of it. That's why it was so... it was a revelation to me when Boom Boom sent me the paper on it. Because this is basically what the fractal theory is composed of. And then you're just turning these into bite-sized chunks. These ripples that I'm talking about become chart patterns. And all you're doing is navigating to a particular potential price and time that has some form of probability. And then the fractals are your navigational piece. And the size and the velocity and the turbulence of them are relative to where the spot price theoretically is. The fractals themselves are just fractions of this journey from current to spot. The matrix trading concept is what I've been using, but I didn't know this existed. I already know what it is and what it was. Not everything about it, but the basics and fundamentals of it. I already knew what they were, because this is how I've been thinking. I just didn't know this thing existed. And the beauty of that is I also do that with words. I'm very adept, I guess. Or is that even the right word? Now I sound like an idiot. I'm very familiar with certain prefixes and suffixes and bases, Latin bases. So when you can break down language into a prefix, a base, and a suffix, then you can literally make words up. You can literally make words up. I do it all the time. And 9 times out of 10, you'll find them in a dictionary, like vocabularic. You know? Like vocab-u, I guess, is the base, or vocab. Reading. I wanted to be a linguist at a high school, actually. Huh. That's fucking sweet. So, with that being said, though, the same thing happened with the sentiment analysis. Like how I was measuring short-term sentiment scores to longer-term residual scores. That's all a MACD is. A MACD is just a moving average with a longer sampling period and a moving average with a shorter sampling period. And if you cross over with short going over the long, then that means that your short-term sentiment is greater than that of the longer-term sentiment, which literally means that there is more demand. So I didn't know that. I didn't digest what a MACD was back in February when I wrote this. But yet here I was using its principles. You're a penis. I mean a genius. All words are made up. Very true. Very true.
Well, technically, according to the etymology, it came from the Greeks.
Gave up his dreams of being a cunning linguist for MILF cunning Liz. Linguistics is a fascinating subject, especially when looking at the history of ancient languages. Yes. Did you read the paper? I think that's fundamentally how the market is working. No, I need to. I brushed over it after the stream yesterday. Can you send that to me on Twitter if you haven't already? MACD's nuts. My man dams. Just saw a vid from New York Angelo podcast talking news, so there's no more stock summit and we've all just chilled out. No, dude, I fucking hate New York Angelo. He's clearly writing dicks of everybody to maximize affiliate links, and like, you just look at his Twitter. We'll do it together. Maybe he's a good guy, I don't know, but he's cringe as fuck. And he's obviously just saying things that people want to hear. He uses the nomenclature of it, the colloquialisms of it. Yeah, here's him saying to follow him on TikTok. After they took the buy button, now they took the like button, apes. And obviously, like, no, YouTube can't function without a like button. That's ridiculous. Breaking news, apes are winning. And then you can even see right here in the description, deposit to get 5 free stock, blah, 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 blah. $18 a share still here. Like, it's like just fucking cringe. Retail investors left. Let's take a look at this dog shit. Oh yeah, he just posts clips that aren't even his. This is all someone else. Yeah. Maybe he's just memeing. I don't know.
Debut.
Yeah, someone else's video.
Okay, so like
someone
you
else's
said,
video. It's like who do you call it? It's like Andrew Mo Money.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, someone else's video. Someone else's video.
Around meme
Someone
stock.
else's video. Someone else's video. But of course he puts his face in the thumbnail because it's obviously his video, right?
Marks one.
Yep. So I don't listen to anything this idiot says. Don't care. Yeah. least Andrew goes over TA. 9 times out of 10, it's someone else's. And it's also clickbaity as shit. He also claims to be a data scientist, and I have not seen one video in the past year of him doing anything science related to data. I saw Black Sabbath at their first Jesus fuck. Oh, that's fucking dope. Yes, Sam, can you give me a slap back to reality or explain how we over 100 million volume we are not rising and just add on? Fuck. Someone's buying. I mean, it's the classic Wyckoff phenomenon. Someone is accumulating a ton of shares at a discount, and then when they're ready to sell, they're going to push the price up, and then they're going to get a deal. That's why Wall Street always wins. They're selling you dog shit that's green while they're buying dog shit that's red. But they know that dog shit can only be one color, and they always know which color it's going to be. So you can just look at on balance volume, which has been conflated a lot with... No one has really defined what on balance volume is as far as the actual definition of it, and instead will just shovel you bullshit to satisfy your confirmation bias. So anyway, let's go ahead and define what on balance volume is. So for each candle that you see, there is a certain amount of volume in each of these candles. If the candle closes green, that number of volume gets put into a bucket. This is green volume. If the candle closes red, that volume is added to another bucket. And as you continue to have candles show up, whichever has more volume in it, either candles closing green or red, that volume will be added / deducted to this line down here. So if you see a divergence taking place, as in the price is going down, but the OBV is going up, that means that people or institutions or whomever you believe are on the other side of the trade are buying. They are still buying. If you see price going up and OBV declining beyond a linear metric, so they're not 1-to-1, but OBV is falling more than prices, that means someone is selling out. So when you look at OBV here, you can see that we're actually at the same level we were back in November. No, that's August. Yeah, August. But this is on the daily. You can look at the weekly, right? And here you have the same thing. Your cycle is just magnified, right? So we'll see what she does. I actually want to check. This. Interesting. Let's get cray cray. Let's go on the 5-second chart. I thought you were drinking motherfucking dish soap at first glance. Alright, let's take a break from watching Red. This shit is so cringe. Bro. When that 136-to-1 leverage hits. That's what this is. Oh, wait. I think I have some likes in here that would get me banned from YouTube. Hold on. Oh, this shit was funny as fuck. Wait. I found this account called TikTok Investors, and it's fucking hilarious. It's so fucking cringe. Hi, Professor. I haven't been on in a while. How was your visit with Trey? And did you have your new roommate yet? Yeah, no, seeing Trey was great. That was a lot of fun. And as far as Goosey, yeah, Goosey's moved in. Goosey has moved in. The goose has landed.
Pay gap does not exist.
If you get triggered easily, go the fuck away.
In 10 seconds, I'll prove to you that the gender pay gap does not exist. The reason why men make more is because they choose higher paying jobs, like lawyer, doctor, engineer. But women choose lower paying jobs, like female lawyer, female doctor, female engineer.
Talk about the metaverse. Starting with the most important experience of all. Sweet baby rays. You're going to bring the physical world into the metaverse. I like barbecuing. And I guess some sweet baby rays.
New alert. Mark Zuckerberg offers you his Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Nod your Metaverse licensed headset to accept. Shake your Metaverse licensed headset to decline. Head shake detected. You are about to decline Mark's offer. Nod your Metaverse licensed headset to confirm the rejection. Shake your Metaverse licensed headset. Head nod detected. You decline Mark's offer. Mark did not like that.
I gotta get more water. Oh, this shit. This fucking idiot again. Bro. Bro. Bro.
You don't really want smoke, you ain't
Bro.
I've been cruising down the block with
Bro.
a badass bitch. My mind on the chips and it's not on my
Oh yeah. Yep, you look excited.
You don't really want smoke,
Yep,
you ain't I've been cruising down the block with a
Uh-huh.
bitch. My mind.
Bro, why is your tie so long? Uh-huh. Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
really want smoke, you ain't got that shit. I've been cruising down the block with a badass bitch. My mind on the chips and it's not on my head.
Bro, that's like a $3,000 suit.
You don't really want.
Yeah, no. Is that a Hollister fucking coat? Go away. Get the fuck off my screen, you fucking twat. Lord, give me the same confidence of a TikTok day trader. I gotta steal this, I'm sorry. I gotta make sure I get followers, dog.
Here I go, stealing DD again.
Wait, what was the caption? Fuck. Wait, Lord, give me the same confidence of a... Yeah, okay. Lord, give me the... What was it? Same confidence as a TikTok day trader. Cool. You too can have 35,500 Twitter followers. All you gotta do is just steal a DD. Send! Where's it at? What? Hello? Where'd it go? Is Twitter censoring me? Oh yeah. Oh dude. Oh, I almost elected to run with scissors on the nearest highway after I watched this.
Can somebody please tell me why literally 30 minutes ago?
He's like 16. He's like 16. Bro.
I was at the golf course dressed just like this. And I'm talking to some boomer, 40-year-old Wall Street analyst fun baby. And he looks me straight in the eyes and he says, you realize you won't be able to beat the marketplace.
Based off of how douchey you're making this boomer sound, I'm guessing he's your father.
He says this while I'm wearing Nike shoes, drinking a Coca-Cola, and I'm up 5% on the day on my Apple iPhone. I really didn't know what to tell the guy. All I could really tell
I didn't really know what to tell the guy. I think we found a new son.
him was, bro, wake up, man. Can somebody please tell me why literally 30 minutes ago, I was at the golf course dressed just like
Technically, 40-year-olds aren't boomers. This is true.
this. And I'm talking to some boomer, 40-year-old Wall Street analyst fun baby. And he
It's like someone just copied and pasted a human being. It's literally like someone Control-C, Control-V. If the metaverse was real. It's like real life was just a copy of the metaverse too. Yep. Control-C, Control-V, douchey frat bro who tries to get laid by showing chicks his $2,000 crypto portfolio at the club.
looks me straight in the eyes and he says,
All filled with Shiba, by the way.
you realize you won't be able to beat the marketplace. He says this while I'm wearing Nike shoes, drinking
Nike shoes!
a Coca-Cola, and I'm up 5% on the day on my Apple iPhone.
Dude, a fucking government bond probably gets more return than you.
I didn't know what to tell the guy. All I could really tell him was, bro, wake up, man.
It's like Arizona or something? Where the fuck is that? Dude, you're in your backyard. You're in your backyard. This is your backyard fucking putt-putt course. How's the stock doing? Fantastic. Let's keep roasting TikTok.
Is huge.
Oh, this shit. Oh, fuck. I wanted to fucking kill myself after this.
Breaking news on Shiba Inu coin. Elon Musk is expecting Shiba Inu coin to surpass $1.20 by the end of the year.
No, he's not.
This is huge
No,
for
it's
Shiba
not.
Inu. If we look at the stats from just the past year, Shiba Inu has gone up 94.4 million%. With the backing of someone like Elon Musk, and the fact that this has already grown 94.4 million% this year, Shiba Inu has a huge shot of getting to $1.20. Breaking news on Shiba Inu coin. Elon Musk is expecting Shiba Inu coin to surpass $1.20
Does anyone have a calculator?
by the end of the year. This is huge for Shiba Inu. If we look at the
He's
stats from
blinking torture in Morse code.
just the past year, Shiba
Okay, let's... Someone tell me... Never mind. Let me just... Load. Load. Where is this fucking shitcoin? Dude, there's so many. Load. Load. What's the fucking... how many are in circulation? Total supply. Okay. Bro. This is why market cap is important. This would be the market cap at $1.20. This is... Hold on. $700 trillion. Wait, no. Wait. 36 million. 682 billion. Yeah. $700 trillion would be the market cap of SHIB if it hit $1.20. $700 trillion. That's 200 apples. That's 200 Apple companies. Bro.
Inu has gone up 94.4 million%.
Bro. Bro.
With the backing of someone like Elon Musk,
you're so fucking stupid.
And the fact that this has already grown 94.4 million% this year.
Bro. That means $1 had you invested at the IPO of the coin would be 94 million. The IRS has a lot to do this year. And you think that this thing has more room to run? Aren't they burning the coin so it'll be more valuable? I don't give a shit.
Here, Shiba Inu has a huge shot of getting to $1.20.
You're fucking stupid.
Hey, a body animal, huh? Let's get rowdy up in here, huh? Right? Right? Oh, jeez. Oh, what are you from Boston, huh? What, you want to fight or something, huh? Sir, where did you get that thing? I don't know, but it looks pretty cool, huh? I'm Game of Thrones up in this bitch. You know,
I'm
like
Game of Thrones up in this bitch.
What else am I gonna do? Jesus.
This was probably pinnacle stupidity from what I saw.
Elon blinks, Elon baby Doge rocket blinks rises 1000%.
Gus, you're moving out! This is probably the most egregious of the TikTok offenders. This is going to be a new series, actually. We're going to scour TikTok for retards. This is probably King Retard right here. This fucking retard At least the last TikTok, I think most people could realize a $700 trillion fucking
Market cap. Market capitalization, $700 trillion.
is a little too much. Okay, that's basic arithmetic. This, however, fucking roll it.
I've been in the market since I was 10.
Since you were 10?
I've been in the market since I was 10.
All right.
I've been in the market since I was 10.
No, I don't think that's how that works. So like a year.
I was Dexter's Laboratory and always hated when people just didn't listen to me. And you can collaborate.
Bro, if you've been in the market since you were 10, then why are you using Apple earbuds? You should have some like diamond encrusted fucking Beats by Dre. If you can't at least okay, all right, okay. Yeah, stick to shitcoins, buddy.
I was Dexter's Laboratory and always hated when people just didn't listen
Were you from like Goldman's risk department back in 2008?
to me. And you can kind of tell based off my personality. This is the number one thing everyone knew in the market that went to a good school, finance person, is pooping on this company. They
Right, because it's dog shit.
are missing the point, and I've seen it hundreds of times over. This is a company that's going places, and it's not the company that it is.
Bro, it's down 10% since you made this. When was this filmed? You filmed this at 29.65. It's at 27.74. It's down 10% since you made this.
I had my ACLs done, both of them, for $30K. The machine...
You should have just fucking put it into spy calls, buddy.
The ice machine was like $3 grand, okay? You got to tie this into physical therapy. You got to realize that the market's way bigger than any bike machine. It's like Amazon saying that it's just books. It's absurd. They're going to get doctors. They're going to be on heart rate. Measuring heart rate in the future, the data on that will save so many lives. It just takes a little bit of thinking. This is a company that's trading a little bit north of revenue. Has decent margins. I think could get higher.
I think that it's like Dollar General Mark Zuckerberg.
The ice machine was like $3 grand, okay? You got to tie this into physical therapy.
No, dude.
Realize that the
fuck your legs and just buy bonds.
Market's way bigger than any bike machine. It's like Amazon saying that it's just books. It's absurd. They're going to get doctors. They're going to be on heart rate. Measuring heart rate in the future, the data on that will save so many lives. It just takes a little bit of thinking. This is a company that's...
His advice will take you as far as about one of those fucking Peloton stationary bikes.
Trading a little bit north of revenue. Has decent margin. This is a company that's trading a little bit north of revenue.
Trading what?
This is a company that's trading a little bit north of revenue.
North? Did you just say north?
That's trading a little bit north of revenue.
North.
Has decent margins. I think could get...
Decent margins? Bro. Dude. Oh, okay. That's King Retard. Never mind. Oh, this shit was funny.
Up next on AMC's Top Twitter Moments. He bursts on the scene in mid-June when the community was trying to dissect the convertible bond note.
That's not what I was known for, and Bigums and I did fuck that up. How dare you?
For the better part of the next 6 months, he spent his time battling a $500 million algorithm that was built to trade against his human emotions. Things got so deep that for a 3 to 4 month stretch, everyone in the community was staring at the 1 and 5 minute candles like a crackhead. And for that, ladies and gentlemen, coming in at number 4 is Sam Astro and the Fractal Theory.
How the fuck did I only get number 4? Okay, I know I liked porn at some point in this, so I'm gonna close out my likes. Are we at 100k followers yet after that glorious meme? Dude, no retweets? What the fuck? I need to reach out to that guy. I want him to do a countdown of that bit. Is Dana in here? Dana. Dana. I gotta piss real quick. Let's see what she does here, boys. I'm so fucking proud of this shit. This is fucking insane. I can't wait to get the scaling fix. That's the only thing left. Is it me or is backwardation a cool ass motherfucking... It is. It is. Like, dude. This is fucking incredible. It captures direction nearly perfectly. Will you open source it? At some point in the future, yes. Why you got a curse in every sentence, dude? It's like a little sprinkle. Like a dazzle. A little fucking... flavor. I see people talking about the wank. Damn. I actually bought in way back here. I didn't hold it though. I regret it. I wonder if it's like, what do you call it? I wonder if there's either the volume profile might give me an answer, or the volume / market profile, or I wonder if it's like volume standard deviations. The fuck is this? This looks interesting. Shit. The fuck? Like, I wonder if each new block of volume is what shifts this. Oh, do you know what I could do? Yeah, like you had this surge of volume, and I think that would change the scaling. Yeah, this block ended. Like you can see the trend line. This is where it stops. And then that's where it took on a whole entire new shape. It actually just inverted. It inverted. I think it's just whenever volume steps outside of scope. Let me do this. Does TMI regurgitate other YouTubers? Does he? I think it brings value. We all report the same news. You got to remember that. But I like the tempo that he brings to the table. I think that he's in it for the right reasons. Can we have Sandstorm for Power Hour? If there's something Sandstorm worthy, yes. Tony! Hello, hello. Jimbo, me boy, what are you doing? CFVI. Spies ripping. Yeah, I mean, look at that. It called the direction. The scaling, yeah, like you had your peak here, peak here, peak here, with your double top. Peak, yeah. Tony!
Hello, hello.
Hope you're doing well. It's good to hear from you. DWAC doing the thing. Oh, CFVI. Are there options on this? There are. The fuck? Fucking spy. Of course I'll be streaming the MOAS. Lou said government will make it go to 73 again. Please tell me why somebody would ever disclose government information like that with his face to the entire internet. If Lou can give me a shred of evidence for all these claims he's made for the past year, I'll shut the fuck up. But I haven't seen shit. Let's see if she gets rejected. Kirk greater than Slash? You're fucking out of your mind. I was on the 30-second chart. I'm trying to figure out why it works so well in the 1 minute. Like, it still works on the 30-second, but there's more, what do you call it? There's more error as far as, like, the timing of it goes. And you obviously don't know who Kirk is. No, I know who Kirk Hammett is. Metallica greater than Guns N' Roses. Jeez, I'm about to start banning people. How dare you have your own opinions on music? Well, there's the 30-second sell-off. So if I increase the forecast range... Paramore is the best rock band of all time! Yep. I like Metallica, don't get me wrong. But Guns N' Roses will forever have my vote. Like, Slash... I don't care how fucked up he ever got, whatever drugs he did, this man was a fucking monster. Look at the spin he does here. Bro. Oh yeah, of course I read his book. Is Bucket hit better than Slash? Technically, like, as a technical player, sure. Slash is quirky? What do you mean? After agency squeeze, I'm setting up the Kirk and Slash battle. Slash? Okay, the reason why I always hail Slash as the best guitar player for me is how expressive he is. Like... $35, maybe? Do this. It's just because of how expressive he is. Like, he steps way outside of the pentatonic while still being in the pentatonic, if that makes sense. Like, he knows how to pull in these notes of gold that step outside of whatever the song calls for, or whatever the key calls for. And it's a level of intuition that you can only achieve from being so intimate with an instrument. Like, it's a feel that you develop from just years of constantly playing. Randy Rhoads, yeah, I love Randy. That was the cocaine. Slash actually didn't like coke. And he said that in his book. Kirk Whammett. I hate guitar players who use pedals as a crutch. Yeah, just like Hendrix and Page. That's what I mean. Like, there's a level of knowing how to express just the right thing without even having to think about it. And that's what every guitar player that I look up to can do. Even Clapton. I wish Clapton played a little bit faster, but that was always his thing, was playing slow. Let's see if I want to see if this comes down, then we'll get back to AMC and GameStop. Yeah, Angus was a fucking... I wouldn't call him like the best technical player, but he knew how to play the notes just right. Those notes of gold are better than Coke. John Mayer, yeah. Yeah. I feel like John Mayer is too good. That's why I can't ever really get into his music. He's too good. It's like in blues, there's a certain innocence to a mistake that you make, and then the follow-up to remedy it is where you get the value of the blues. But when you know how to fuck up too much, and you have just the right follow-up, it almost sounds contrived. Bro, this is fucking incredible. Like, both of these charts, it's nailing. He fucking replied. He fucking replied. Someone clip this and send it to me so I can tweet it to him. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. My butthole hurts. What should I do? If you're going through hell, why would you stop? Dave Grohl's a fucking G. Pre-market till now looks like the past year on the 1 minute. Yep. Everything looks the same. It's just about the amount of time that each movement takes and the verticality of it. Yeah, Supreme, it's all good, dude. Like, I hate when people like vilify others for selling shares when they have to. It's so fucking stupid. It's so fucking stupid. If you gotta sell, you gotta sell. Don't ruin your own life. Wowie. Oh, Kelton, what up? I gotta piss real quick. Parents haven't had the slash talk with you either. Do gold and silver stocks play any role in this? It would be the hedging that institutions would partake in. Any hedging as a result of what's going on with AMC and GameStop, yeah. You could form a lens for that, I'm sure. Silver undervalued? I don't fucking know. The overarching problem that no analyst, no news station, no mainstream media will cover is that all of the things that the public are supposedly questioning the value of between equities and fixed incomes and everything else as instruments to hedge against a potential market crash from inflation, everyone fails to recognize the overarching problem of it. It has nothing to do with are these instruments over or undervalued. It doesn't matter because the actual instrument that everything falls back to, being the dollar in itself, is overvalued. So therefore, anything that is contingent upon that currency is overvalued. And then you look at the entire stock market and look at how we're up almost, what is it, 100% since COVID? Yeah. You'd be up 100% on your investment if you invested at the bottom of COVID. Sidebar numbers make bigger. And honestly, I think it's part of the game. It's part of the narrative to keep people spinning their wheels on things that don't even matter. Like, why would it matter if silver is over or undervalued if the US dollar is already overvalued? There's a reason. Okay, so people hedge with silver, gold, real estate, etc. because they have the least diluted relationship with the dollar. Okay, real estate, what do you call it? Precious metals, all these things have a very strong relationship to the dollar, right? But the best thing you could do is just cash everything out if you want to hedge against a market crash. But the problem is people still want exposure for returns. And you're not going to get exposure for returns unless you're actually buying into something, which is why you'll see the rotation into bonds typically when markets start to correct, because bonds will go up. That's how that works. The problem is people are failing to parse the fact that the dollar itself, the thing that anytime you talk about the value of a stock, anytime you talk about how much gold is worth per ounce, anytime you talk about the value of a gallon of oil, they all fall back to the dollar. So it doesn't matter what these things are arbitrarily valued at, whether it's by the market or by artificial intervention. The problem is the thing that everyone labels the value to, the thing that actually gives it value, this unit of value, is already overvalued. Nobody wants to talk about that, though. Your people are hedging against the end result. And what good is it hedging for the end result when you're supposed to be hedging for the event of what causes the end result? So it's just fucking stupid. Physically own it. You can sell it. Stocks go to zero. I mean, if stocks go to zero, there's no way. There's a snowball's chance in hell that precious metals would still have any value. If stocks went to zero, that would mean the entire economy collapsed, in which case currency would no longer be feasible. It would just be rape, murder, and pillage, or best case scenario, bartering. I don't know. If you think that 400 million citizens would get along by bartering precious metals during an economic collapse, then sure, but no. What's a crazy notion? Can we trade this weed for water? We need to see a bounce soon. Yeah, so this accelerated. This is the concept of acceleration taking place right here. You've exchanged verticality for less horizontal. Horizontal being time. So you've sped it up by increasing the amount of entropy, therefore less time. Commoditized water and it's oh yeah, Nestle already did that. Gold value increases during a recession per past historical data. I'm not denying that. What I'm saying is, based on this type of problem that we're having, this flavor of a correction, I don't even think yields for a hedge. I don't think you can hedge against it, because everything that you're hedging with derives its value from the thing that is causing the correction. I don't think that it's even worth it at that point. It's all epsilon. It's all about, the stock market isn't driven by facts, it's driven by reactions. As in, you look to the guy next to you to look at his reaction, and then you can go further down the rabbit hole and spectate on if he was reacting to someone else's reaction of the thing that just happened, or if it's his own organic reaction. But when people realize that the problem isn't just about a particular sector or a particular financial instrument being the root of this, but rather it is the system itself, why would you hedge with something within that system? Apparently, the whack is flying. It is about to. It wants to. Mini accumulation. I'm not saying that it's not worth trying to hedge, because in my fucked up dystopian world that I'm speculating on, there's nothing to hedge with if the system is entirely culpable. But I think the rug is being laid out for everybody as we speak. Is there anything not pinned to the dollar? Probably not. What if it's his reaction of your reaction? Exactly. Now you see the complexities of markets. Last recession, the S&P was down 37%, gold's value rose by 24%. Are those in the same time period, though? Because I'm sure gold dropped even in the face of the S&P dropping. That's your viscopic shock, like viscosity of a liquid that has to do with liquidity. Viscopic shock. I'm hedging all of my positions with unvaccinated semen in my freezer. Let's see what they do here. Yeah, Mike, that makes sense. But that's my conundrum is it absorbed the pressure of equities because people realized that it was a sustainable hedge. But they were hedging against something that happened in the housing market, where the government then intervened to save the economy. So now the economy is quasi-fine, but still the radiation, if you will, of what took place within the real estate sector, but also within the banking sector and fixed incomes via credit default swaps, still lingered. And so because gold is so far outside of that, of course, gold would be able to sustain the liquidity crunch that ensued. But when people realize that it's not the real estate sector this time, it's not the equity sector this time with the dot-com bubble, but instead it's the entire thing, it's the entire system, in which case there is no adjacent avenue to sustain that liquidity shock. All you could do is go to a Forex exchange and good luck. Corey, exactly. I think ETFs are the mortgage-backed securities of 2020. When BAM? Good question. When Florida Party post AMC. You think of some easy but cool songs to begin playing on guitar. Sweet Child of Mine. That'll teach you a lot. And it's easy once you get the mechanics down. Fuck, what was that other one? Oh, Iron Man? It's kind of a meme, but still a great song. And fuck, it's a Clapton number. Hold on. Bad Love, this one. You'll need a wah pedal, but the lick is fucking amazing. Bro, this looks like a fucking dump incoming from the S&P. How the fuck did we lose all the pre-market gains? FOMO, just gap filling. It's alright. I think we'll see another big player jump in to cover tomorrow, or at least intermittently. Do you know music theory on a guitar, or do you just memorize the scales and notes to the best of your ability, or do you actually study the music scales instead? No, I study it, not aggressively, but like... Something that helped me a lot was realizing that, like, if you take the chords of a particular key, let's say you're doing major, E major, you would have fuck, I can't remember now, fuck. Basically, the third and the fifth, though, will be minor. So the tonalities that make your key major are going to be minor. It's like... this is E major, and then you have your F sharp major, technically, but then your major third, which is A flat, or C sharp minor. It's your major third, but it's minor. Holy shit, what up, bitch? And same thing with your fifth at B. What the hell's going on over here? So then, if you know that you're an E major as your key, then you can play C sharp minor. You can play B minor. That's a mix of minor and major, but predominantly minor. And then you can take the relative minor to A major, which is F sharp minor. And then you can noodle around with those. The fuck? Amy, what is you doing? Play Santana? I actually don't know any Santana. If there was a backing track, I could probably noodle to it. We'll give this a shot. No, Santana's a lot of fun. Can you play Far Away? No. Keep playing, you're making AMC go up. Ever use math and making your own music similar to Protest the Hero? No. I mean, I've had thoughts of doing it, but I never thought I'd be proficient enough at it to make it good. Oh yeah, of course I love Iron Maiden. Fuck. Something's out of tune. Yeah. Oh yeah, we should definitely jam. We should definitely jam. I need to see if this holds. Spy doing the fucking thing. Can you play Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne? Stop, cocksuckers. What's going on, Antonio? How you doing? You stopped and AMC dropped. Nah, it's okay. I'm playing in my head. Where's my fucking weed pen? That's a Sharpie. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Smoke a joint, pussy. Suck my dick, retard. God damn it. Yeah, they definitely do hit harder. I've been offering to suck your dick for weeks. You have yet to respond. I'm thinking about it. Jimbo. Whoever's models a matrix distribution that differ but try. Yes, yeah, pretty much. Good way of putting it. The baseline's always moving. That's the only problem. It has to do with volume. I think it'd be like a VWAP modifier or something. Yeah, someone's accumulating. I think we'll get another pop tomorrow. Good chance for an after hours run too. Dude, I fucking hate this article website so much. This stupid fucking bullshit. AMC fails to deliver skyrocket 2,000%. They're cherry picking their points of reference and also choose to use percentages instead of flat linear numbers. Like, and then load it up with ads. Started at 20,000. And then they didn't even tell you the original number. By January 14th. So whatever the inverse is to 2,000%, what is that? A fifth? Yeah, so like they fucking clickbait your dick with 1,940%, but the actual number is 20,000. It's just bullshit, dude. And then Twitter goes fucking rampant with it. So fucking misleading. All right, I'm gonna go make Stinky and shower. So I might be on later tonight. We'll see. But in the meantime,